Hello, and welcome to our next From Months to Minutes demo series. If you're joining us for the first time at this point, we also have videos for other modules in our Student Success Analytics Cloud platform for you to view on demand. In this video, we will show how registration and schedule reporting and analysis that may have taken months to build and deliver to your institutional stakeholders can be delivered in minutes from our SSA Cloud Enrollment solution.
In previous demos, we shared the first 3 bullets as our 3 key takeaways, and they're still very important messages to share. However, in this demo, we're changing the demo script so it's less repetitive of tool features and capabilities that you may have already seen in the past. In this demo, we will briefly touch on the strategic and operational views available for registration and scheduling, and then focus more on how during the implementation process, the content can be tailored to specific roles relevant for your unique institutional profile, strategies, and audience. For this demo, we will show the content focused toward the registrar enrollment management role, how you monitor and manage enrollment through the registration cycle. This includes views of the available sections, capacity, and seat management, helping you understand demand for managing the schedule. And as mentioned previously, this demo will focus less on the tool itself and its capabilities, but more of how the content and visualizations can be tailored to meet the needs of specific institutional initiatives and audiences. As in the past, I want to remind you that the data used is generated and is not real student data, but it is realistic. Your institutional metrics and definitions will be applied during the implementation process to support your goals. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Heather for the live demo.
In this demo, we will focus on the use of our SSA Cloud enrollment model in the areas of section enrollment and scheduling. Enrollment management is a responsibility that is spread across multiple roles at the institution. Individuals in those roles need different tools to monitor student registration, adjust section offerings, and identify students with potential barriers to enrollment. We will demonstrate several dashboards designed to support different enrollment management roles and show how we can use our library of enrollment management metrics to quickly configure the additional dashboards that would be required to support enrollment management at your institution. We will start with the strategic dashboard for enrollment management. This dashboard is targeted to focus on the most important strategic objectives monitored by leaders at your institution. It is important to note that while this system is built on a standard infrastructure, GCOM will work with your institution to tailor the dashboards and areas of focus to match your strategic directives. The strategic dashboard addresses the following questions. Are our registrations on track to meet our budgeted enrollment goals? Do we have the right capacity in our scheduled section offerings to support enrollment demand? Are our efforts to enroll students from strategic populations of interest succeeding for the upcoming term? This dashboard is configured with filters across the top that let you focus on different college areas. For example, if the Dean of the School of Humanities wants to view section enrollment in their school or focus in on their individual departments, they can use the filters to control the dashboard. The section enrollment dashboard uses point-in-time comparisons to provide insight into your current progress toward registration and enrollment goals, and to display trends in your data over time. On the left side of the screen, you will see key performance indicators focused on the current enrollment term with a comparison to the same point in time during the prior year. Going across each sections, we have 3-year trends over time and breakdowns of the current year in certain areas of focus. The enrollment and registration panel illustrates progress toward current year enrollment goals and uses prior year's data for comparison and projections. Our current offset snapshot supports comparison between the current term and the same point in time in prior years. At 30 days after registration, you can see that our registered student headcount is up 1% from the prior year at the same point in time relative to the start of registration. Our daily registration snapshots can show trends in registration over time. The visualization of full-time equivalent students by days after registration shows current year enrollment patterns compared to the prior 3 years. We can see that the full-time equivalent student enrollment is following the same pattern as prior years, but that the totals are up for 2022 fall. Understanding these enrollment trends can help us identify potential enrollment increases and decreases early in the registration cycle so that we have time to reach out to departmental staff to take action, to provide additional sections, or reach out to students to encourage them to enroll. Using our census snapshots, we can monitor our progress toward final enrollment counts and goals. In this example, our current year enrollment goal is to match the census full-time equivalent student enrollment total for the prior 3 years. We can compare our current year FTES enrollment to the final FTES enrollments for the prior 3 years to see that we need to enroll 346 more full-time equivalent students to meet that goal, and that we are 91% of the way to meeting the goal. We can break down our progress towards our FTES goals for different populations, such as first-time, returning, and transfer students. If your institution sets specific FTES goals, we can incorporate those goals into the dashboard. We can also combine our census and offset snapshots to make projections. Over the past 3 years, we can see that at 30 days after registration, we have already have an average of 77% of our final FTES enrollment. Using this average, we can project that if our current FTES is 77% of our final FTES enrollment, then we can expect about 4,475 full-time equivalent student enrollments at census. We are showing a set of sample metrics here, but there are other possible charts that you may choose from the library of metrics. For example, if your goals are focused on headcount instead of full-time equivalent student enrollment, we could swap out the FTES charts with a chart for headcount. The Offerings and Demand panel shows metrics related to section enrollment. These metrics answer questions about how our sections are filling during registration. We can see that at 30 days after registration, our fill rate of 50% is 20% higher than our fill rate of 30% at the same point in time during the prior year. Viewing our daily registration trend, we can see that this fill rate pattern is more in line with 2019 than the prior 2 years. Our tree map of fill rate by section count and modality show that our 172 hybrid sections have a higher fill rate than our face-to-face or online sections. We may want to share this information with departments to encourage hybrid section scheduling in future terms. The Population of Interest section is tailored to focus on your institution's strategic enrollment priorities, which could include diversity and equity, cohorted programs, and other identified populations that are of particular interest to your institution. You can monitor progress toward enrollment goals or success of targeted enrollment campaigns for these groups and view trends in your student population. For example, you may be monitoring enrollment trends for underrepresented minorities, students receiving Pell, or adult learners. You may receive frequent questions about students enrolling in certain cohorts, such as honors or scholars programs, international students, or athletes. GCOM will tailor the dashboard to focus on those important metrics for your institution. When viewing the strategic dashboard, you may have specific questions or find areas where you want staff to take action. Perhaps classes are filling quickly in one area, or you have not met your registration goal. You can direct those questions to the operational teams to answer with their more detailed operational dashboard. The operational dashboards, which we will view next, allow staff to take action and focus on section-level enrollment data. Faculty and staff in different roles at the institution work together to support registration and enrollment management. When working with your institution, GCOM will configure operational dashboards to support several key roles for enrollment management. For example, we designed this enrollment management dashboard to support staff in registration and records who are focused on enabling students to successfully register for the upcoming term. This dashboard provides detail into the registration and scheduling process and has many interactive capabilities to drill into sections to take action with student-level data. The summary page supports staff as they track progress toward enrollment goals, take action to identify students who have not yet enrolled, to target for outreach, and monitor section availability and demand. The metrics in the enrolled students section use both headcount and full-time equivalent student enrollment to allow staff to monitor progress toward budgeted enrollment goals. The daily trend of full-time equivalent student enrollment leading up to the start of the term can help staff identify enrollment growth or decline early in the registration cycle when they have the time to take action to address demand. One way to meet enrollment goals is to encourage enrolled students to register for a full-time course load. Staff can use the headcount by registered credit bands to drill in on students registered for less than full-time loads to encourage them to enroll. The Pending Enrollments panel focuses on eligible students who are not yet enrolled for the upcoming term. The metrics answer questions about possible barriers that can be removed to allow students to enroll, such as registration holds or pending course waivers. The course offerings section answers business questions about whether the scheduled course offerings support the registration demand. The daily registration counts can help staff anticipate the volume of additional registrations to expect before the start of term. Staff can drill into sections with high or low demand to provide information to departments or advisors. One of the most important interactive capabilities of our operational dashboards is the ability to drill to details to explore areas of interest and take action with the data. The metrics on the summary dashboard page are supported by dashboard pages with detailed information that staff can use to take action to support enrollment management. We designed the student details page to show section registration details for students who are enrolled and to provide details on eligible students who are not yet enrolled, including measures summarizing possible barriers to enrollment. Each visualization can be controlled to show attributes of interest to your institution. In this example, we configured the dashboard to focus on students by academic or cohorted programs and to support outreach to student groups such as athletes or ethnic minorities. Interacting with the dashboard, we can quickly identify students, such as those scholars who are not yet enrolled, and export their contact information for further outreach. We can also drill to this page from the summary page to identify groups of students, such as those unenrolled students who may only need a few more credits to complete a program. Enrollment management staff may focus on removing enrollment barriers for students with some types of registration holds, such as parking tickets or library fines. Using the drill to details behavior to jump to the student restrictions page, staff can view a list of students with a specific type of registration hold by student attributes of interest and share that list for outreach. A detailed page is also provided for managing student section waiver requests by type and status. Staff may also focus on section level data and metrics related to scheduling and demand. We configure fill rate bands to easily identify high and low demand sections and provide filters by different section attributes to focus analysis by subject area or by other scheduling dimensions. While this configuration of the operational dashboard supports business processes in the registration and records area, we recognize that faculty and staff, such as department chairs and program coordinators, need different metrics and details to support their enrollment management efforts. We developed a library of enrollment management metrics and dashboard templates that we use to configure role-based operational dashboards for each client institution. During the implementation process, GCOM will identify the roles to support with each dashboard. Using the library of metrics, we will select charts and tables that support operational processes and answer business questions specific to the selected role. For example, a department chair who manages faculty assignments and section scheduling would need to see metrics related to section demand, where a cohorted program coordinator may focus more on special populations enrollment and registration holds related to barriers to enrollment. We can select and configure visualizations to support both roles from our library of metrics and then organize them into summary and detail screens that support interactive drill to details behavior. Finally, we apply the interactive filters necessary to focus on the population or subjects that apply to the dashboard users. Using the library of metrics, we configured this sample dashboard for the department chair role. This dashboard answers business questions related to students taking courses in the department, sections offered by the department, and students in department programs. The chair can filter the dashboard to sections offered by their department or further refine their view to a specific subject area or course. They can answer questions about how current enrollment in their department compares to prior years and to other areas of the college. Before the start of registration, they can view the prior term schedule to optimize the schedule for the upcoming term. Leading up to the start of the term, chairs can use information on fill rates and demand to determine where they may need to add or cancel a section. Focusing on student enrollment, the chair can view details necessary to manage students on a section waitlist on the Student Details page. They can also focus on enrollment for students in their degree programs or other special populations using the filters provided on the Student Details page. Or they can navigate to the Section Waivers page to respond to pending requests, or use the Student Restrictions page to monitor barriers to enrollment for students in their program. These examples are meant to illustrate how GCOM will configure operational dashboards to support registration and scheduling at your institution. We hope that you can see how our SSA Cloud enrollment model can help your institution take action with your data.
To get more information and have a detailed discussion with us on how this solution can help your institution, contact us on our website contact page. And thank you for watching. The next demo in the student lifecycle for our Months to Minutes demo series is the second part of the core of the enrollment student lifecycle: retention, persistence, and student success. It is available in the same channel and location where you access this recording.